DHL screwed me like no one ever has. Well, that's not true. I remember when I couldn't walk for a week. Fucking Brian. Anyway, it is so unbelievable what happened. Probably for the first time in my life, I am truly without words. That's not true either. I'll tell you all about it. As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. If you can find your way around Rochester, New York, the beginning of December, the toy hunt is going on. I will be there. They still have spots for comic and vendor tables as well as guests. There's going to be a link in the description below where you can buy a ticket. They are pretty cheap. Make sure to check it out. Also, I do want to apologize in advance for the sound on this video. I had a Zoom call during it, which kind of screwed it up. Hey, welcome to the Extreme channel. My name is Mr. X. I was hoping to bring you a review of a statue today, because that's what this channel is all about, Extreme Collectibles. I don't know why I was pointing at me, although I am a little bit collectible.
It's just not enough.
So I was hoping to bring you the review of this custom quarter scale surfer. It's about $1,000 statue. And not only that, but shipping from overseas is usually a couple $100. And it's even more when you use a company like DHL. Now, we know in general that shippers, DHL, UPS, USPS, for the most part, they all suck. I'm firmly aware the companies are only as good as the employees they have. For example, my UPS driver sucks. I've seen him roll boxes up the driveway, probably because he's mad he delivers like 20 a week. I understand the hiring situation in the world is very difficult right now. I experienced that myself when trying to hire. When people don't give 100% at their job, I completely understand. But when people go out of their way to do it wrong, that's what pisses me off, and that's what brought us here today. Because of all the deliveries I've had in my life, I've probably had over 500, probably closer to 1,000 heavy boxes delivered. And 5 to 10% of those have breakage issues. Some very small, some very big. And today isn't even about breakage issues, although that's part of it. But DHL fucked up so bad, unbelievable to me that they are entrusted with a $1,000 item, and then you pay them hundreds and hundreds of dollars to ship said item, and they do what they did. Now, I almost want to warn you guys, this video is not clickbait. I'm sure I could play some hilarious joke where I show you a tiny little mark like some statue collectors do and demand a whole refund. Now, before I dive into this Silver Surfer statue, I reached out to the commissioner, of course, sent him video, and his immediate reply was, I'm getting you a label, you ship that one to me, I will ship you a brand new one. That is top-notch customer service, but I feel so horrible for him because he has to not only eat the cost of the shipping, but eat the cost of the statue. I know you're saying, well, he'll probably reach out to DHL and make a claim. Well, if DHL did with this package what you're about to see, they don't give a shit about a claim. They don't give a shit about their customers. So fuck you, DHL. Although, a lot of the time DHL does do a really good job for me. I do have to acknowledge, probably 4 and 5 come with no issues. But this is pretty bad. So, and I knew it was going to be bad when I looked at the box, because the first thing I saw was DHL repacking. So I had an art box, and then the standard custom black foam, and something was wrong right away, and I couldn't figure out what it is. So I pulled out the custom black foam, and this was issue number 1. All right, let's begin. Issue number 1 is the straps. First, strap number 3 wasn't even on the custom black foam. Straps number 1 and 2 might as well has not been. This is how tight they were when I pulled them out of the box. See all that giveaway? It's like, really? How hard is it to re-secure the straps? It's actually kind of fun for OCD people like me. Then issue number 2 was absolutely hilarious as well. All right. I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be sticking out of the layers of the black foam. Right then, I began to understand the magnitude of what went on and what the problem was, but it didn't prepare me for what was next. Now, you may not have caught this because I didn't catch it at first, but issue number 3 is, see all these open spaces? Yes, there's things missing from them, we'll get to that in a second, but there should be a top layer of black foam. It is not here. It is not in the box. Apparently, they just threw that part away. Explains why the straps were so loose, though. Seriously? Did you keep that? What were you going to do with it? All right, on to the next issue. All right, next issue. As you see right here, we have an arm, which is fantastic. We have an empty hole, another empty hole, another empty hole, and another empty hole. Well, that makes sense. If there's not a top layer of black foam, they're probably, oh, there they are, just spread everywhere. I just don't understand. That type of carelessness just blows my mind. Like I said, it's not like an employee didn't want to do work. They purposefully wanted to screw this up. I don't know, maybe they saw my address and knew who I was. Which I can tell you right now, that's not the case. Because I did reach out to DHL for comment, and I let them know the Extreme Channel was going to do an expose on them. And they said, who the fuck is the Extreme Channel? Alright, let's keep going. Now amazingly, the only thing broken so far is Thor's hammer. You can see this part broke off from here, and that part broke off from there. The arms that were falling down in the main pit are actually in good shape. However, there is an empty spot there, and I'm pretty sure there's no board in there, but let's check it out. Again, I'm just shaking my head. But we're not done yet. I understand now why there wasn't a seal between the first and the second layer. When they repacked the Silver Surfer body, they put the foam underneath his legs where his legs are supposed to go in, so he was just sitting out. Good job, DHL. This was the definition of not giving a shit at all, but it got even worse. So we have cosmic effects all over the base, and we have the base all over the statue. Broken everywhere. Not really a big surprise. Seriously? I think everything so far, I don't want to say I could forgive, but I could live with. However, Silver Surfer has a very important part to him. He has a surfboard. In fact, there's even a spot for it within the base. But DHL decided to go ahead and keep that surfboard. It is nowhere in here, just empty foam. What are you going to do with that? So I think that's it, although I don't know what was in there. Now, to the DHL agent that did this, I hope he took that board and shoved it up his own ass. So clearly this one employee that was in charge of this doesn't represent DHL as a whole. However, he is an ambassador for DHL. And I know shit doesn't go right. I'm a huge consumer. I'm also on the other end when it comes to companies providing products and services. And I know companies mess up all the time, trust me. When you get to the upper level, that's all you hear about sometimes is the mess ups. But as a collector, you guys know that the blatant disregard for them repackaging this is just, in my opinion, unforgivable. If I had an employee with one of my companies show that type of blatant disregard that I know was here, they would be fired on the spot. Now, I don't know if this DHL worker was having a bad day, was lazy, or is just a piece of shit. Probably all three. This literally cost the commissioner probably about $1,500. But they decided they were going to be an asshole and screw someone they didn't even know out of a lot of money. Those type of people should eat a bag of dicks. You know what? They probably do. So I was really looking forward to show you this Silver Surfer statue video, guys, but I couldn't. So comment below your worst shipping story and read some of the other comments. It's always fun to interact with you guys. Plus, you could win a statue with that. As the Extreme Channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I really appreciate it. Big shout out to the commissioner. Amazing, amazing guy. Always takes care of his customers. Please give a like on this video for the commissioner. He's in a tough spot, and he's still a good guy. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon.